Hello, potato. I'm feeling a bit saucy today. So today we're going to try some sauces. I've got 5 different sauces to check out today. I love a good dipping sauce, a good sauce on my burger or on my chicken sandwich, or just straight out of the bottle. No, I don't drink it straight out of the bottle. That's horrible. But I do love a good dipping sauce for my fries, for my nuggets, for my chicken tendies. I love a good sauce. So today we're going to try to find a good sauce by trying 5 of them. First up, we have from Heinz. Now normally beans means Heinz on this channel, but today we're more of the American Heinz with Heinz Habanero, extra hot Habanero tomato ketchup. Now, play along at home here. How many ingredients will we get in these before we hit corn syrup? I'm going to guess 2. I'm going to guess 2 for all of them. And okay, here we go. On Heinz, we have tomato concentrate from red, ripe tomatoes, distilled vinegar. I was wrong. High fructose corn syrup. There you go. 3rd. But the 4th is also corn syrup. So corn syrup and then corn syrup. 20 calories per serving. And 7% of your daily sodium. And serving is 1 tablespoon. Our next sauce, our next competitor, our next option is a bit of a cheat on my part, as I've already had this before. Arby's sauce. Now, I never had like a bottle of Arby's sauce. This ultimately was just an excuse to buy a bottle of Arby's sauce. I didn't know you could buy bottles of Arby's sauce until I saw this on the shelf at the shop. But I do love me a good Arby's sauce on my fries when I go to Arby's. I never put it on my sandwich because I always get the, or almost always get the buffalo chicken. But I do like to dip my fries in the Arby's sauce. A sweet and tangy sauce with hints of vinegar, garlic, and onion, first discovered in a packet in an Arby's. And let's see, 40 calories per serving. Serving is 2 tablespoons, so you get twice as much as you do with the Heinz. 19% of your daily sodium, so you get more than twice as much of the sodium. And water, corn syrup, second ingredient, corn syrup, then tomato paste, and then more corn syrup, and then salt. That one was salt after the second corn syrup as well. For more of a fast casual restaurant than a fast food restaurant, we have Red Robin Gourmet Burgers and Brews Fire Up the Yum Campfire Sauce, Yum Sauce Certified. I'm kind of hoping, a long time ago I had the like smoke and pepper burger at Red Robin. Again, I don't get there very often, but when I do, I usually get the Royal Red Robin, which is one that has the fried egg on it, because a fried egg on a burger makes a burger better. But I tried the smoke and, I think smoke and pepper is what it was called, and it had like a nice smoky ketchup sauce with it. And I'm hoping this will be somewhat similar to that. I mean, campfire makes me think it's going to be smoky. Soybean oil, water, egg yolks, distilled vinegar, high fructose corn syrup. We actually got like 4 ingredients in before we get to corn syrup. That's good. Tomato concentrate, sugar, salt, brown sugar. It looks like only 1 round of corn syrup, so that's good as well. What are in 70 calories per serving, 1 tablespoon, so same serving size as the Heinz, with 3% of your daily sodium. What are our flavors? Obviously it's going to be oily and mayonnaisey because we got egg yolk in there. So it's going to be kind of probably like an aioli kind of a thing. There's some tamarind extract, garlic, lemon juice, more garlic, celery seed. This is the one that I have like the highest hopes for being like a good discovery. I don't really expect much from the Heinz here. It's ketchup, and I frequently will put like hot sauce in my ketchup anyways to spice it up. Arby's is frankly a known quantity for me. I've never had it on anything other than actual Arby's food. The Red Robin is a complete unknown. Next one that sort of doesn't really belong in the dipping sauce category, but I'm putting it here anyways, and that is Truff Black Truffle Infused Hot Sauce. Yeah, it's not really a dipping sauce, but when else am I going to try this? I love the bottle design. I think it's certainly the nicest looking of them. I love that little kind of asymmetrical cap. It is 1 teaspoon per serving, but being hot sauce, yeah, you wouldn't necessarily want to use as much of it. 2% of your daily sodium in that teaspoon, so it's, I think, ounce for ounce, going to be a lot saltier. Truff chili blend, red chili peppers, water, vinegar, organic sugar, garlic salt, black truffle, tuber melanospium, melanosporum, organic agave nectar, olive oil infused with black truffle essence, lycopene, glycerin, spices. So no corn syrup in this one. Made with the finest red chili peppers and infused with black winter truffle. Shake well before each use, refrigerate after opening. It is still sealed, it has not been opened, but I think all these are going to have to go in the fridge after opening anyways. And then our last, and probably the most infamous, and the one that I'm certainly the last to the party to try, is the famous, infamous, as seen on TikTok and Instagram, Chef P's pink sauce. Now, don't worry, this is not the stuff sold directly by Chef P back when the whole thing kicked off about it. This is from Walmart. I guess Dollar Tree has it now. I picked it up a little while ago. It's probably the one that's been waiting for this video for the longest. But yeah, Chef P's pink sauce. Far from ordinary, from TikTok to table. Shock your taste buds with flavor and thrill. Taste Chef P's famous sweet and tangy fruit and spices. Are you ready to try the pink sauce that's become an overnight internet sensation? Now, I've not tried it before. My understanding is, I've seen some videos on it, on the whole Chef P debacle, whether or not they're actually a chef, and it's a whole thing that I'm not going to get into on here. If you're interested in that, well, if you're interested in that, you probably already know, because again, I'm way late to the party on trying this. But if for some reason you're even farther behind than I am and you want to know, there are people out there who have videos that go into great detail about it. So first things first, we need to try our sauces. So let's pour a little bit of sauce into our little dipping cups here and give them all a try. I'm assuming they're all going to have seals on them. Yep. So yeah, the only one of these I've ever had before is the Arby sauce. And again, that's the packet version. I don't imagine this will be any different, but we'll find out. It'll be good to have it at home if nothing else. Just like I like to have I have the Red Robin salt at home. They used to sell that in the stores. I don't know if they do anymore. All right, let's try a little, ooh. Get a little bit of that in there. I guess we'll have to flip that back around this way. You know, I'm just gonna go ahead and pour the sauces all at once. That way they're all already open. And we don't have to stop between each one. We can just go on a little tasting rampage of sauces. Let's get our Arby sauce. Pours, I think, a little thinner than the ketchup, but that's to be expected. Our Red Robin campfire sauce. There should be somewhere on here to rip, right? There it is. So the bottles usually have a tear spot. So this one might not have a seal because of that external seal. All right. I think this one looks pretty good. I like the color. Whoa. That is way more of that than I wanted. But that's fine, I guess. It really isn't. I mean, I'm going to end up tossing a good portion of these sauces at the end of this. But there's still plenty in the bottles, so that's good. Let's try our Truff sauce. Again, I'm not going to expect there to be any additional seal here. This one might be the hardest to get out, though. Definitely don't need too much of this, because... All right. Yeah, just put a little bit in the bottom on that one, just because this is a hot sauce, not a proper dipping sauce. We shouldn't use as much of it. I mean, hence what? Serving on this was 1 teaspoon, so it's considerably smaller than the rest of our options here. And finally, Chef P. This is the one I feel the most actual apprehension about. I can't say that I've ever heard anything good about this. The best I've heard about it is that it kind of apparently tastes like... I didn't look at the ingredients on this, did I? Dragon fruit puree, canola oil, coconut cream, water, sugar, distilled white vinegar, garlic, maltodextrin, ranch flavor. Yeah, I've heard that it's supposed to taste a lot of ranch. So basically, that yeah, it's ranch. It's ranch in dragon fruit puree. I mean, I like ranch, so it should be okay, right? Colored with titanium dioxide, preserved with sodium benzoate, potassium sorbate, citric acid. Oh, no corn syrup in this one either. So that's... So our two on the end here have no corn syrup. We do have a little bit of a A little bit of a seal there at the top. Wasn't expecting that. All right, let's pour us a little bit of this. The color is I've seen like different bottles of this have like totally different color. I don't know why that is. Like if it's something that happens while it's sitting, if it's just each batch is a little different. But there's our 5 sauces. Ketchup just looks like ketchup. Arby sauce looks like Arby sauce. Our way too much campfire sauce has kind of an oily sheen to it. But I mean, it doesn't look like anything in particular. Truff sauce is actually, for a hot sauce, that seems like it's pretty thick. So that's interesting. Could actually make it good for dipping. And then our pink sauce, yeah, you could tell me that's pink ranch dressing and I would believe you. Let's give them sniffs. Yeah, it just smells of ketchup. Yeah, nothing unusual there. Yep, that is Arby sauce. That smells really good. Now the ones I don't know what they smell like. It definitely has like an aioli smell to it. A little smoky, but not as... I was hoping for a good, strong, smoky scent. It's got a slightly smoky kind of aioli smell. Ooh, that smells... I mean, definitely smells of hot sauce. But I guess that's the black truffle. That actually smells a little garlicky. Was there garlic in this? Was there... Yeah, there was garlic in it. Garlic salt in it. Oh no, garlic, salt. Actually, I'm getting like... That actually smells really good. It smells like a garlicky hot sauce, which is really not... I think that's probably the best smelling of them, actually. Which surprised me. I kind of had no idea what to expect. I've never had truff sauce before, so I didn't know what to expect from that one. And yeah, that smells like ranch dressing, 100% ranch dressing. Let's give them all a little bit of a try. So our habanero ketchup. Really, the question on this is how hot is it going to be? Is it going to be really spicy or just kind of eh? Spicier than I thought it would be. Probably a little tiny bit. It says extra hot on it. It's like 4 out of 5 bars hot, but I feel it's a little bit less spicy than I would make it by just adding, like, say, some Reaper sauce or something, or some of that habanero condiment left over from the Christmas tacos to it. It's not bad, but I mean, if you don't like heat, you're not going to like it, but it's not as hot as I make it when I kind of adulterate my own Heinz sauce at home. Let's try our Arby sauce. Yeah, it's Arby sauce. No complaints, no notes. A little bit of a kick of spice to it, good strong flavor, nice consistency. Yeah, absolutely no notes. Again, that was like the cheat one. I just wanted to buy a bottle of Arby sauce, and this was a good excuse. Next, our Red Robin campfire sauce. We're into the category of things that I've not tasted any version of before, so really have no idea what to expect. But again, this smelled kind of like a slightly smoky aioli sort of a thing. So let's give it a try. Yeah, it definitely feels like an aioli. Leaves that kind of leftover feel in your mouth. Feels very mayonnaise-y. Not a bad way. But I mean, if you like really don't like the texture of mayonnaise, you're probably not going to care for this. It came out with like a really almost kind of a sweet start. It's got kind of a smoky finish. Like I still feel the smokiness a little bit in my mouth. That's probably the oil from the aioli that's keeping it there. There are little chunks of something in there. Little crunchy chunks. Not sure what they are. It's not bad. It could have been smokier. That would have been better, but maybe it's a celery stem taste that I'm chewing on. Oh, minced onion. There we go. There's dehydrated minced onion. That's probably what the little bits are. They're probably rehydrated onion. Not bad. Not great. Probably not a thing I would get again, but enjoyable enough. I would probably actually add a little habanero to it just to kick it up a little bit. I do like my spicy stuff. Speaking of which, let's try our spicy boy here. The Truff hot sauce. Coats the spoon pretty well. Smells really good. Let's give it a try. It's got an interesting flavor. I was gonna say at first, it's not as hot as the habanero, but it's taking time. It's working its way, and I still don't think it's gonna end up as hot. Yeah, it's starting to subside already. It's not as hot, but it's got a really nice, like, complex, I think is the word I want to use here, flavor in it. That's something, you know, it's got there's more to it than an average hot sauce or at least in my experience. It's not overly vinegary, but it's there. You can taste it in there. No, that's quite nice. I'm gonna actually enjoy that one, I think. I'm surprised at how much I like that one. Again, it was kind of an oddball one, but I wanted to try it, and no regrets. It's got a nice, nice strong flavor. It isn't just of heat. It doesn't just taste vinegary. You can taste other things I think the garlic I'm tasting, but what else was in here? Olive oil. I mean, obviously black truffle. I'm not normally a big fan of black truffle or any truffle, but yeah, this is pretty nice. This is actually a really nice sauce. I like that one. All right, let's try. All right, let's save the scariest for last. The pink sauce. It should just taste like ranch, right? It's ranch seasoning in dragon fruit with coconut. It should basically just taste of ranch, right? Let's find out. Definitely of ranch, but I think I can taste a little bit of that coconut. And I don't know, I don't really have strong enough familiarity with dragon fruit to pick that flavor out, I don't think. But did I get a little bit of spice in there, or am I just getting spice left over from the truff? Now, I guess it was just left over from the truff. I thought I felt like some spice, like just a little jolt of it, but I think it's just left over from that. Yeah, basically it's ranch with extra steps. I mean, the texture is a little different, and you can taste that again. I'm pretty sure that's the coconut and maybe the dragon fruit I'm tasting as well. But yeah, basically it's ranch dressing with extra steps. Now, of course, if we're going to get dipping sauces, we need to dip something in them, right? So let me go and grab my lunch, and we'll put these to a more fair test of dipping sauces by actually, dipping something in them. Be right back. All right, lunch is served. What else would we have with dipping sauces than chicken tendies and fries? So yeah, we're going to try all of our sauces here with some chicken, some fries, and I guess I'm not going to see which one is necessarily best, but because I think best is probably Arby sauce. I mean, just going by off those initial tastes and just tasting it off the spoon. Arby sauce, because it's Arby sauce. It's I mean, like I said, it was just a cheat. I just wanted to buy a bottle of Arby sauce. But then second place would probably be the Truff sauce. It's actually, I mean, I didn't really have expectations for it, but it's actually quite good. It's for a hot sauce in particular. I think it's got a lot more going on than most of the hot sauces I try. It doesn't just kind of taste of vinegar and heat. It's got a nice, just bouquet of flavors going on in it. Then we'll go with the campfire sauce. I mean, I poured way too much of it, but could be a little smokier, maybe a little spicier, but it's not bad. It does have that oily texture, so it's a little oily. Then fourth place right now would be the habanero ketchup, because I can spice up my own ketchup. It's unnecessary. I wouldn't buy this again, simply because I can do a better job adding my own sauces that I have in the fridge to the ketchup we already have, instead of just buying this. It's got a good level of heat to it, but not as spicy as I make it when I just add hot sauce to ketchup here. And last place is the pink sauce, not because it's bad necessarily, but because it's ranch dressing with some weird extra flavors and a weird texture. So let's try now with some chicken and some fries. and see if that changes my opinion. Let's try the habanero ketchup first. Now, I haven't added any seasoning to either of these. They're just as they came out of the package. And that chicken completely obliterated the ketchup. I like barely even tasted it. No heat at all. So, I mean, who dips chicken tenders in ketchup? Yeah, I know. But that's what barbecue sauce is generally for. But it wasn't bad. It just, I think I'd have to pile on a fair bit of ketchup to really get anything here. I get the ketchup flavor that time, but I'm not really getting the heat. The chicken, unfortunately, completely obliterated. Oh, here's the heat. It's coming now. But it's muted. It's probably from the oil in the chicken. Yeah, the chicken totally blows out the flavor of the ketchup and a lot of the heat. So that's a little disappointing. Let's try it now in the Arby sauce. Now, you know, they put Arby sauce on chicken in the restaurant, so this should be pretty standard, right? Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, I'm getting some of the, I guess was there vinegar in this? The vinegary notes, I think I'm getting more than anything. I'm getting a little bit of the vinegar, but not in an unpleasant way. That's not bad. That works pretty good for this. I would probably like to put it on just mostly fries, but it works for this. I think you just need a pretty high sauce to chicken ratio to get the most. I guess this chicken is, I'm not gonna say flavorful, but it's powerful enough that it's kind of knocking out the strength of our first two here. Now this one's more of an aioli, so let's see if that makes any difference at all with our Red Robin campfire sauce. Well, it's the first one I spilled on the table. Swipe that up. I'm gonna say that actually brought out the smokiness a little bit more. I get the sweet and the smoky, and a lot of the flavor is muted out by the chicken, but I do get the sweetness and I get the smokiness that shine through on that and actually complement the chicken really nicely. So honestly, flavor-wise, that's probably the top one right now because it's shined out above the flavor of the chicken the best. Let's try our Truff sauce. I really hope this is good on it. See, it's pretty thick for a hot sauce. You could probably toss chicken in that. It would be probably pretty good, although you'd end up going through a lot of that sauce very quickly. This is, I don't think, a cheap sauce. Let's try it out. I'm waiting for the heat, see if the heat comes in, because it's definitely muted a lot of the heat in the habanero ketchup. I'm gonna say it's muting a lot of it too, but I'm getting more of it. It's more of a kind of a low-level radiant heat. I did get like a nice sweetness through this. I didn't really get the vinegariness. I guess the black truffle flavor. I mean, I suppose I should have tried some like black truffle at some point to find out what that actually is supposed to taste like. But it's quite nice, but you do have to go through a lot of it to dip chicken in it. All right, finally, let's try our Chef Peas Pink Ranch. Well, that one, I think the flavor came through the most. The sweetness again was like the kind of the first thing, but I could taste more of the ranch. Not as strongly as if I just went like and used some Hidden Valley ranch, I don't think, but the flavor definitely got through. These two did a better job of their actual flavors getting through. That one did an okay job of it. I mean, the smokiness and the sweetness got through. That got pretty much completely blown out by the chicken to the point that I couldn't even taste it really on the first bite. And a lot of the heat was gone. A lot of the heat was gone from that too. It was more of a comforting warmth than an actual heat. This one, the sweet and smoky came through pretty well. So I think as far as a dipping sauce goes, I can't put Truff in the first place just because it's not meant to be a dipping sauce, and you would have to go through so much of it if you wanted to really dip a meal. I'd probably have to use half the bottle if I wanted to actually just use it as a sauce for this meal. So I'm probably gonna give number one to the campfire sauce there just because the flavor came through nice enough The texture's okay. Second, I will still do the Truff sauce there. The Truff sauce does have, again, the flavor came through nicely. If muted, the heat was pretty muted, but it was still there. Third place is the Arby sauce. The chicken did still blow a lot of it out, but I mean, it still tastes of Arby sauce, and you really can't go wrong with Arby sauce. Fourth place is the pink sauce, actually. It's not in last place for this part of it, because the ranch flavor came through. Again, not as strongly as if I just like went and used ranch dressing, I don't think. But it came through nicely, and it was not unpleasant as a dipping sauce for chicken tendies. In last place is habanero ketchup. To be fair, again, who dips chicken tendies in ketchup? I mean, well, I suppose like I probably did when I was 5, but as an adult, who does that? But unfortunately, it did blow the flavor out, and it blew out almost all the heat, which is unfortunate. When, I mean, if you're buying extra hot habanero tomato ketchup, it's because you want it to be spicy, right? Right. Right, let's try it with some French fries, though. Let's finish it up with my sadly rapidly cooling fries. So this is where the ketchup should shine, right? Because ketchup and fries are natural. Let's try them. Yeah, it works much better for fries. They're not as strongly... Yeah, I'm not going to say the chicken's not strongly flavored. It just tastes of chicken. There's no like extra like seasonings or anything there to speak of. It's not a flavored chicken. It's just chicken tendies. But the heat comes through better, the ketchup flavor comes through better with the fries than it did for the chicken, which, I mean, that's kind of to be expected. That's why we did chicken and fries, so we can kind of get both ends of that spectrum. Let's try the Arby sauce. I usually have this on fries, so this should be a no-brainer. Yep, that's the stuff. That's what I bought it for. Love it on fries. And I'm going to do ketchup and fries, but again, the ketchup needs to be quite a bit spicier, I think, for the heat to really shine through, even with the French fries. And I can just do that myself by adding some of that habanero condiment I used on the Christmas tacos last year to it very nicely, and that's probably what I'll do in the future. Let's try our Red Robin sauce, since I got way too much of it anyways. It's I think a little thicker than the other ones so far. Well, not thicker than the ketchup, but drippier than the ketchup, but I think a little thicker than the Arby sauce. Let's try it on fries. Well, the flavor's not bad, but I'm not really sure about putting what is essentially tastes like an aioli on fries, if that makes sense. It's got the kind of oiliness, that kind of lighter mayonnaise-y flavor. I think, to me, doesn't go that well with fries. I've never been a mayonnaise and fries person. I know that's a normal thing for a lot of people. It's not really one for me. When I was a little kid, I didn't like mayonnaise at all, so certainly didn't do the mayonnaise and fries thing then, and I never picked it up after that because I'm not a huge fan of mayonnaise. But it's not bad. I think it actually would probably be better on a burger or a chicken sandwich. It's probably better with the chicken nuggies than it is with the fries, which is unfortunate, but not totally unexpected. Let's get a couple fries here and try to scrape out some Truff sauce. Because again, I didn't get as much of this stuff because you're not supposed to use as much of it. But I think that's like way more than I would ever put on a single fry in normal usage. And again, I don't think I'd ever use this to put on fries like this. Maybe to drizzle on top if I'm making a fry-based dish, but I wouldn't ever use it as a fry dipping sauce in normal life. But let's try it now. Nice. Here comes the heat. Yeah, the chicken was definitely sapping a lot of the heat because I'm getting the heat a lot stronger now. I think possibly even stronger than it was when I had it just off the spoon. Again, there's that nice, what I assume is black truffle flavor in there. It's not super vinegary. The vinegar is not coming through much there at all. It actually is quite nice on fries, but I would never just use it as a fry dip. But if I were making like, I don't know what kind of thing I would be making with fries that I would put that kind of hot sauce on. I was gonna say like carne asada fries or something, but that doesn't seem like the appropriate sauce for that. If I was making something where like it was some sort of a protein on the fries and I was spicing it up with that, maybe a little ranch dressing or something, maybe like some bacon cheese fries or something, that would be really nice drizzled on the top. It's not really a dipping sauce, but it would be nice drizzled on top of like some loaded fries. Finally, let's try our pink coconut dragon fruit ranch over here. Chef P's pink sauce. Yeah, I think dipping it in kind of a slightly weak ranch dressing. Like, you know, at Red Robin, you can get like ranch dressing to dip your fries in. It reminds me of that, but not as strongly flavored. So I think I like the Truff sauce on the fries, and I think maybe overall the best, even though I'm using it totally inappropriately here. The flavor came through the best. All the flavors come through better on the fries than on the chicken. The chicken just really muted the flavors of all of them. But I'm saying overall, I think I like the Truff sauce the best. I probably will buy more of that, not for this use, but I'm not sure what I even put it on, but it's quite good. It's got a very nice flavor to it. It's got much more going on than I think the average hot sauce I've had before. Second place is our Arby sauce. It's Arby sauce. It's exactly what I was hoping for. No disappointments, no notes, no surprises. It's what I wanted. Third place is a little harder. Both of these are a little oily. That's got, I think, a better flavor, but I like ranch, and the ranch flavor comes through nicely, but it's just kind of weak. So I think in third place I am going to put the Red Robin campfire sauce overall. It didn't do great on the chicken, but it was good on the fries, and it's good by itself. And I think maybe if I put more of it directly on a burger or something, that might be nice. It is like an aioli kind of texture. If you don't like mayonnaise texture, you're probably not going to like it. But I can take it up to a point, so that's not bad. Fourth place, I kind of thought this would be in last place overall, but fourth place is our pink sauce. It's kind of a weak ranch with kind of a weird extra flavor to it presumably from the coconut and the dragon fruit. It could be a little more flavorful if they put more ranch powder in it, because it literally says ranch powders in it. Where to go? Yeah, ranch flavor, maltodextrin, onion powder, natural flavors, modified food starch. If they put more of that in there, just give it a little more of a ranch kick, it would be better. But then again, to be fair, I can just use ranch dressing, like Hidden Valley or something, or Kraft, and get probably an overall better experience. Because certainly the actual salad dressing would be a little thicker, would stick a little better, and be more flavorful. And last place is the Heinz Habanero. There's not really anything wrong with it per se, but I can adulterate my own just basic bought from the Warehouse Club Heinz ketchup that probably, a 2-pack cost a little bit more than this one little bottle here did. I can adulterate that with the hot sauces already in my fridge and get a spicier result than I got here. If you are not a fan of spicy food, you're still not going to want to eat this. It is still spicy. These both are. My hands aren't that big. Plus, I'm blocking the camera when I point to them as. These both are. There we go. Use both hands. I have 2 of them. Use them both. Both are spicy. If you don't like spicy things, you're not going to like either of them. But it's not spicy enough. It could be spicier. And again, I can take my little sauce cup here, put some ketchup in it, put however much habanero sauce in it I want, tiny whisk it up, and get essentially the same thing for quite a bit less money. And that's why it's in last place. It's not anything wrong per se with it, just I can do the same or better for cheaper with normal Heinz ketchup. And that is our sauce rundown for today. We tried 5 sauces. Nothing super disappointing. The pink sauce was the most surprising in just that I didn't think it was going to be very good, being a TikTok and Instagram craze from last year. But it's okay. It's not as good as just getting ranch dressing, but it's okay. The biggest surprise, really though, is the Truff sauce. Just I had no expectations of that, and it's really quite good, and I like it, and I will have to find excuses to put it on things in the future. But now my lunch is getting cold, so I'm going to go finish eating it. I hope you found this all interesting or entertaining. If you did, go ahead and give the video a like, subscribe to the channel. I do thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a little more chicken here.